One of the biggest doubts that many freelance web designers have is registering as a business. Like, when should I register? Where should I do it, in my own country, in a different country? Is it expensive? And all that stuff, right? So I will explain everything in detail. And even though we'll mainly focus on US business structures, you can still register a US business and operate from your country without having to be physically in the United States. So pay special attention to this video because it will clear most of your doubts. Here are the topics we'll cover in this module. Why should a web designer register as a business? Types of business entities and how to choose the right one as a web designer. When is the right time to register your web design business? Step-by-step guide to registering your web design business. Essential financial and legal maintenance for freelance web designers. And also how to open a business in the United States as an international web designer. Let's begin. As a web designer, transitioning from freelance work to operating as a business can be a significant step in building credibility, accessing larger clients, and protecting yourself legally. Registering as a business not only signals to clients that you are serious and professional, but it also opens doors to new opportunities and legal protections that are often unavailable to unregistered contractors. In this lesson, we'll explore why formalizing your web design work as a business can enhance your reputation, improve your client relationships, and set a strong foundation for growth and sustainability in your career. So, as I said before, registering as a business signals to clients that you are serious about your work. It helps you stand out in the competitive web design market, especially among clients that prioritize reliability. When you are registered, clients see that you've invested in your business, making you appear more trustworthy and capable of handling larger projects. Some clients, especially larger companies and agencies, only work with registered businesses. So registration can open doors to higher paying projects that require a formal business setup. Registering as a business makes it easier to secure contracts and work with established brands, which can significantly boost your career as a freelance web designer. One of the biggest benefits of registering is the protection it provides. With a registered business, your personal finances and assets are separate from business finances. This means that if there is ever a legal issue, only the assets of the business, not your personal savings or property, are at risk. And this separation can be essential for peace of mind, especially as your client base grows. Registering also allows you to access specific legal protections and support available to businesses, which can further protect you. In this lesson, you've learned how registering as a business adds professional credibility, how it can open doors to higher paying projects, and also how it separates your personal finances from your business finances for more protection. Now let's move to the next lesson. Choosing the right business structure is a critical decision for web designers looking to establish a registered business. The type of entity you select, whether a sole proprietorship, LLC, or corporation, affects your liability, tax obligations, and growth potential. In this lesson, I will break down the main business entities, their benefits and drawbacks, and guide you through selecting the best fit for your goals as a web designer. Alright, so there are three main types of business structures suitable for freelance web designers: sole proprietorship, LLC, and corporation. Each type has its advantages and the disadvantages depending on your business goals. Sole proprietorships are the simplest to set up, while LLCs and corporations provide more legal protection and may be better for future growth. As I said before, a sole proprietorship is the easiest and least expensive business structure to establish. However, in this structure, there is no legal distinction between you and your business. This simplicity can be beneficial for beginners, but keep in mind that it doesn't protect your personal assets. And assets are basically anything valuable you own. For example, your cash in the bank, your equipment, your property, or investments. If you are just starting out and earning a small income, a sole proprietorship can be a practical option. But it may not be the best choice as your business grows and you take on more responsibilities and risks. An LLC is a popular choice for freelancers because it provides personal asset protection without too much complexity. This structure creates a legal distinction between your personal assets and the business, shielding you from potential business liabilities. A corporation offers even more protection and growth opportunities, but comes with higher costs and more complex tax requirements. If you are planning to operate as an agency and grow significantly, a corporation might be worth considering. For most freelance web designers, an LLC strikes the right balance between simplicity and protection. So here are the decision-making scenarios. If you are a part-time designer with low income, consider a sole proprietorship to keep things simple. If you have consistent clients and stable revenue, an LLC provides business credibility and basic asset separation while remaining flexible. If you plan to operate as an agency, grow significantly and possibly higher, you might start with an LLC for simplicity and later convert to a corporation as your business scales. This provides the foundation for growth while keeping your initial setup manageable. Here is an important consideration. Converting an LLC to a corporation is a significant change, and you should consult with a tax professional to get everything right. In this lesson, we will learn the main type of business structures and their key differences. In this lesson, we'll explore key factors such as income level, client demands, and long-term goals to help you decide when registering your business makes sense for you. In terms of income level, there is no fixed income level at which you must register your business, but a steady income can indicate its time. Registration becomes more beneficial when you are making consistent earnings, even if they are modest. As I said before, it can help you access more tax benefits and protect yourself legally, making it worthwhile for a long-term freelance career. So if you are regularly earning from web design, registering can help establish your professional identity and protect your growing income. As I also said, some clients require freelancers to be registered businesses before they'll hire them. If you find yourself facing these type of clients or want to bid on projects that have formal requirements, it might be time to register. Having a registered business can also make it easier to handle contracts and manage client relationships professionally. When you are officially registered, clients know you are committed to the work, which can increase their trust and confidence in your abilities. Different business structures offer varying tax advantages. In the US, all legitimate businesses, regardless of structure, can deduct expenses like software, equipment, and stuff like that. Sole proprietorships report business income on personal tax returns, offering simplicity. LLCs give owners flexibility in how their business is taxed. By default, an LLC with one owner is taxed like a sole proprietorship, meaning the owner reports business income and expenses on their personal tax return. So you might be asking, why not stay as a sole proprietorship? And that's because the LLC offers more protection, okay? So your personal assets are protected. All right, so if the LLC has multiple owners, it's taxed like a partnership, where each owner reports their share of the business's income and expenses on their personal tax return. However, LLCs can also choose to be taxed like a corporation, which may help save money on taxes depending on the business's earnings and expenses. In this lesson, we learn about the key indicators for knowing when to register as a business. Now let's move to the next lesson. As we explored before, registering your web design business is an important step toward building a professional presence. While the process may seem complicated, breaking it down into simple steps can make it much easier. In this lesson, I will guide you through each part of the registration process, from choosing a business name and a structure to setting up essential accounts. By the end, you will have a clear roadmap to register your business with confidence and start off on the right foot. Choosing a name that resonates with clients and reflects your brand is essential. Ideally, your business name should be easy to remember, unique, and relevant to web design. You can also choose your own name or a variation of it as a business name. Make sure it's available by checking with your local business registry and searching online for matching domains. A tool I like to use to search domain names is instantdomainsearch.com. So, if the name is available, follow the registration process on your government's business website. Registration usually requires identification and a small fee. If you are looking to register a business in the USA, online services can simplify the process. You can find a link in the description with a list with all the service providers I recommend. And I'm not affiliated with any of them. These are services I've used personally. Once registered, open a separate bank account for your business. I recommend you to open a Wise account. To do so, go to wise.com. This step helps keep your finances organized and simplifies tax preparation. In some countries like the United States, you will need an EIN for tax purposes or if you plan to hire employees. When you try to open a Wise account, you might be asked to enter an EIN. And as they say here, you can just enter this until you have an EIN. In this lesson, we've learned about the essential steps to register as a business. This lesson focuses on the basics of handling finances and legal matters for freelance web designers. We'll briefly go over essential practices like setting up a system to track income and expenses and understanding basic legal rules to keep your business organized, compliant, and ready for growth. While we explore these concepts in Module 6, a refresher is always valuable. As a registered business, you may need to make quarterly tax payments. Setting aside money for taxes regularly can help you avoid large unexpected bills. And my advice is to set up a separate bank account or a Wise jar if you are using Wise in order to control how much of your revenue is saved for taxes. The amount you have to pay depends on many factors, and one of the most important factors is where are you based. But don't worry about it right now. I will talk about it in more detail a little later. Good record keeping is key to running a successful business, so keep track of invoices, expenses, and income in an organized way. You can use software like QuickBooks, for example, or even spreadsheets to make sure you track everything, and then when it's time for taxes, it will be way easier, okay, because everything will be organized. And trust me, make sure to set it up from the beginning, because if not, you will have to do it like last minute. You will be looking for invoices and this and that, like receipts, and it's a nightmare. So make sure to keep track of it all from the beginning. Once registered, you may need to complete annual reports or pay fees to keep your business active. These requirements vary depending on your location, so it's important to research what applies to you. Missing these deadlines can lead to fines, so make sure to set reminders to complete any necessary filings. And I know that all this can be a little bit annoying, but staying compliant allows you to focus on growth without interruptions, helping you maintain a good standing with the government and clients. In this lesson, you learn how to handle taxes, why organizing financial records is important, and also about compliance requirements and yearly obligations. This lesson will guide you through the process of registering a US-based business, covering key benefits like increased credibility with US clients, streamlined payment options, and access to reliable banking services. From choosing the right state and business structure to understanding tax considerations, you will learn the essentials for setting up and running a US business remotely as a non-resident. For international freelancers, including web designers, registering a business in the United States provides several advantages. The United States has a stable economy, robust legal protections, and is home to a large network of potential clients and reputable companies. Many US clients are more comfortable working with businesses registered in the United States, as it simplifies payments, contracts, and compliance with local regulations. Additionally, US business registration offers benefits in terms of reputation and legitimacy, as many clients worldwide recognize and respect US-based businesses. Registering in the United States can also streamline access to major payment processors like Stripe, PayPal, and major banks, which may offer more favorable rates or service options to US registered businesses. This can be particularly beneficial for handling international payments and transactions with less hassle. As I said before, if you are not a US citizen or resident, you can still register a business in the United States. Here is a step-by-step guide to help you through the process. The first thing you have to do is choose a state. And Delaware, Wyoming, and Nevada are popular choices due to their business-friendly regulations and low fees. The state I recommend for registering as a business in the United States for non-residents is Wyoming, as it has low fees and doesn't require public disclosure of ownership. However, keep in mind that laws and regulations can change, so be sure to do your own research before registering. The second thing you have to do is select your business structure. Most international freelancers choose to register as an LLC because it's relatively simple to set up and maintain. And it also provides personal liability protection. Another option is a corporation, which may be suitable if you plan to scale your business significantly or seek investors. And this only applies basically if you are trying to build an agency. And even if you are trying to build an agency, I would recommend you to register as an LLC. The third thing you have to do is obtain a registered agent. And you will need a registered agent with a physical address in the state where you register. This agent will basically receive official documents and correspondence on behalf of your business. Many companies offer registered agent services specifically for international business owners and can simplify the process. You can find a link in the description with the ones I use and recommend. The next thing you have to do is apply for an EIN. And the EIN is similar to a social security number for your business and is required for tax purposes and opening a business bank account. Non-US residents can apply for an EIN through the IRS, and some service providers offer EIN assistance to simplify this step. In the same list that contains the companies offering registered agent services, you will also find some companies that can help you apply for the EIN. The link is in the description. The next step is to set up a US bank account or use online banking services. A US bank account is essential for managing finances, receiving payments, and maintaining smooth transactions. If you are a US resident, maybe you want to open a bank account with Chase or Bank of America or whatever. And even if you are not a resident or a citizen, you can go to the United States physically and then open a bank account there. But some non-residents like myself may prefer online banking. And I always recommend Wise, which caters to international businesses and allows you to operate remotely without a physical presence in the United States. Here are some recommendations and tips for international business registration in the United States. Even as a non-resident, you may still have US tax obligations depending on your income and client location. Consulting with a tax professional with experience in international business can help you understand how much tax you owe, any deductions you qualify for, and the tax treaties that may apply to your country. Alright, this is very important. You should always consider double taxation and tax treaties. Double taxation occurs when your income is taxed in both the United States and your home country. To avoid this, check if there is a tax treaty between the United States and your country, because that can help reduce or eliminate double taxation. Keep in mind that if you are a US resident, citizen, or have a US registered company, an LLC for example, you might have to pay taxes in the United States regardless of where you live, since the United States taxes its citizens, residents, and companies on global income, okay? So that's why I always recommend to talk with a tax professional, because taxes can be complex. Another thing I want to mention is that a US LLC is not the best option for everyone, okay? There are other interesting options like the UAE and Estonia, for example. Regardless of where you register your business, you have to keep in mind that you will have some extra costs, like accounting, bookkeeping, and all that stuff to make sure everything is accurate and organized. You will find a link in the description with a list with all the approximate costs to open a business in the United States. In this lesson, you've learned about the benefits of registering as a US business, how to register a business in the United States as a non-resident, and also about some key considerations for non-residents registering a business in the United States. By now, you've gained a clear understanding of the critical steps involved in registering and structuring your business as a freelancer. Establishing yourself legally as a business, understanding tax responsibilities, and considering the right location for maximum efficiency are essential moves in your freelance journey. This knowledge not only solidifies your professionalism but also positions you for sustainable growth and financial success. Congratulations on completing Module 9. In the next module, I will teach you how to build and publish your portfolio. Thanks for your attention.